Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today is going to be the next chapter in my makeup collection. This is my eyeshadow palettes. I'm not going to go into too much detail about each and every one of them because I am on a 15-minute time frame for YouTube. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go through them, tell you if they're a hit or miss for me. And if I have anything in particular to say about each of them, I will. If not, I'm just going to go through it. Wait. Check this out, guys. I just had to share it because I'm super proud of it. So, okay, first I'm going to talk about my little mini eyeshadow palettes. These are like sample palettes. Okay, the first little mini one is this Smashbox Eyes. You can't see how cool the packaging is on camera, I don't believe, but it's so cool and so cute. This is just what it looks like. It has 6 different shades. There's 3 mattes and 3 shimmers, and I've never actually really used it. I've only like swatched this middle shade and it is gorgeous. My nails are so gross, I'm so sorry. The next one is this Tartelette Tease palette. I'm not sure where I got this, but this is one of my first palettes ever. I really use this one. Okay, now I'm gonna go through them in order of like least to greatest of the like palettes that I like the ones I don't really care for and the ones that are my favorite. So, in all honesty, the Naked Smoky palette is my least favorite eyeshadow palette that I have. And you guys, I died for this palette. Like, my boyfriend at the time got this for me because I was dying for it. Like, I wanted it so bad. Like, this is what I wanted and nothing else. And I was obsessed with it for a while. And then I started like actually buying makeup and exploring makeup products and everything. This was just what the hype was at the moment, and I didn't know any better that this is not a good palette. Next is this Bella Pierre one. This one I also used the hell out of. I think I got it around the same time, and this was just like my lighter palette. That was my dark palette and this is my light palette. And it's honestly not that bad, you know, it's just I don't use it at all anymore. Next is this Real Her eyeshadow palette. I got this in BoxyCharm in like June, I believe, and it's just your basic neutral shadows, browns, a black shadow, a little plum color. What I don't like about the palette is these are shadows I have in every other single eyeshadow palette, you know, and those have better pigmentation and more variety. And this whole palette, like 90% of the palette is shimmers. I don't know if you can see, there's only like 2 or 3 matte shades. And I love matte shades more than shimmer shades. They're more useful in a palette than shimmer shades are. So palettes with mostly shimmers are a no for me. Next is this Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette. At the time I was obsessed with it and I loved it. I still love all of the shades in it. I just don't use it anymore. Same reason, you know, pigmentation wise in a different palette. I have all of these shades in better pigmentation, so I don't reach for this at all. For me, with the makeup that I've accumulated over the time, to me consistently be going back to a palette, there has to be a shade in there that is so unique that if I'm doing a crazy look or something, that I'm going to reach for that because, oh, that would make it look so different. It has to stand out to me, and none of these shades are like that. Next is the Too Faced The Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials. The same thing. I get like really hyped, or like before when I used to buy makeup every once in a while, like just a little bit. I wasn't as into makeup as I am now. It was just when I was starting out, and Nikki Tutorials was like, she introduced me to YouTube basically, and I like supported her die hard, and so I needed her palette and I was obsessed with the shadows. And there's nothing wrong with the palette. I think all of the shadows are really nice and like buttery, but it's not as amazing as my other favorite palettes, you know, but this is good. But it also comes with 2 blushes and a bronzer and a highlight, but I couldn't use either of these for either of those things because she is really pale and I'm not really pale, so those didn't really work out for me the way I liked them. I would use it as a crease shade and as an eyeshadow, but this is at like almost towards the bottom of the list because I don't reach for it anymore. Next is this Wet n Wild Nude Awakening palette. It is all your basic neutral shades, and I bought this for a purpose of a video. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you might have seen it. My drugstore makeup tutorial. I used this palette and I really like it. It's a really nice palette. It is buildable and everything, but again, there is a lot of shimmers and there isn't very many matte shades, and the matte shades are really dark. There's not very many transition shades. and I really love transition shades, and so if it doesn't have it, I'm not going to be going towards it a lot because I know there's minimal looks that I could do with this. But if you are looking for a really affordable everyday eyeshadow palette, this is a really good one. I recommend it. The pigmentation is really good. Next is this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. I love this eyeshadow palette solely for the packaging. It's so cute. I love Tarte's packaging. Tarte's eyeshadows, like the formula, are really unique. They're not like any other eyeshadows, in my opinion, or like that I've tried out. They're very buttery in a different way, but I think it is really good. If you are really into brown eyeshadows, this palette would be perfect for you. I really love the browns in this palette, and it comes with a mirror, so that's always good. Next is my Morphe 35S palette. Don't judge it, you guys. My nephews broke it. Like, they ruined it. There's like so many eyeshadows missing from this palette. I think that's why I don't use it, because I don't get fulfillment when I see it. I love this palette. Like, I love colorful eyeshadows. As you can see, like, I love playing with them so much. But when I do colorful looks, I am more of a vibrant sort of colorful look kind of gal. So I'll reach for the 35B palette, which I will show you along the way. But there's that every once in a while when I'll reach for it, and I love it. Like, I love all of the eyeshadows. The pigmentation, the colors are super cute and very versatile. Next is going to be my Master palette by Mario. I feel like this one kind of disappointed me. Not in the shadows. The eyeshadows, like the formula, everything was beautiful. And I think all of the eyeshadows are really beautiful. Like, this is a perfect fall palette. It is very cute. But again, I don't know, I felt like there wasn't much to do with this palette because of the numbers of matte shades. Only these 3 browns right here are matte shades. The other ones are either shimmers or have little specks of like glitter and shimmer in them, so you can't use them on the crease. And so, I don't know, it was just not for me. Like, these shades, these are the only ones you can put in the crease, and then you would have to do something with the rest of them. And so, I don't know, it just didn't work out for me. But that shade Marina right here, the one that looks like the only one I've touched, is my favorite eyeshadow of all time. I actually also have it in like a single shadow from Anastasia, and I didn't even realize it, but I love it so much. That's like the prettiest lid shade ever. Next is the Blink X BoxyCharm Electric Eyes palette. And this is all shimmers. I know I said I didn't like that, but this one makes sense because this is what it's meant for, you know? But you guys, this formula, like, I can't even explain it. It's so beautiful. And this shade, I use it in every single tutorial on my inner corner. It is my favorite inner corner highlight. It is just beaming and beautiful and so reflective. And I haven't really played around with the other shades, but they are just as beautiful. And the reason why this is so high up on my list of good, like my go-to palettes, is because of that inner corner shade. Next is this Too Faced Natural Matte palette, and this is definitely a staple in my collection. This is perfect because a lot of makeup clients like that more natural look. So this is my go-to palette. I make sure to take this on every look. You have basically everything you need here for that really pretty natural eye. The formula on these, like, I love it. Okay, my next one is this Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, and it is just so beautiful. And I don't use it that much because if you look at the palette, you see a bunch of different shades and everything, but it is one tone, if that makes sense. Like, if you're using it, you could only get one style of look, which is really like burnt orange and like cranberry shades. That's all it is. So I don't use it as much unless that's what I'm going for. But this is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes because it is so beautiful, and the eyeshadows themselves are so buttery, and like, I love it. And it comes with a mirror, so bonus. Now we are getting into my top 3 eyeshadow palettes, and this would be my number 3. This is the Modern Renaissance palette, and this is probably going to become even more of a staple piece in my collection again because it is really fall. And this one is a little bit more versatile. You have your pinks, you have your oranges, you have your light purples, and your dark brown. And it is mostly matte shades, so I love that. You could do a lot in the crease, and you could blend a lot of different colors together, and then the shimmer shades on here are beautiful. My second favorite eyeshadow palette is the Morphe 35B palette. This one is broken too, my nephew's again, but it's not as bad as the other one. This one has been my go-to since the day I got it. I've never run out of ideas. I've never gotten bored of it. I just keep finding different ways to mix different shades, and like, it's so fun, and I just look at it and I can be inspired no matter what. If I'm in a makeup funk and like I don't know what to do, I'll just dip into one shade and then like mix a different shade and then I'll come up with something crazy, kind of like what I did today. If you solely like makeup for how fun it is and you love to play with it, this is such a good palette. And like if you want to start doing colorful looks, here it is, you know. I've been doing colorful looks for a little over a year, and I started off with this palette and I still have this palette because I love it. And I use this so much, you guys, like you have no idea. All of my colorful looks are with this, and I do a lot of colorful looks. And my #1 eyeshadow palette right now is the Jaclyn Hill palette. And if I'm not using the 35B, I am using the Jaclyn Hill palette right now. It is just perfect. Like I can't even explain it. The amount of matte shades you could do, the different kinds of transition shades you can mix together, and the little purple square over here, I love it so much. And then you have your darks. Like during fall, like when I do my makeup all the time, I'm just gonna be grabbing this palette. Like it has every shade you need basically. She is going to restock again, and like you need it in your life. A lot of people will bash on Morphe just because they are like, they have like YouTubers give them out codes and everything, but Morphe is the bomb.com, you guys. I don't know what y'all talking about. And they like bash on their brushes and everything, but the eyeshadow brushes are so good. Like people just hate on everything. But the pigmentation of these are beautiful, you guys. They are different from the regular Morphe eyeshadows. They are way more buttery and they're just perfect. Honestly, say 1,000 more good things about that palette, but I'm going to cut myself off because I am in a time frame, like I said. So that is all for this video. I have more single eyeshadows and like glitters and everything, but that's going to be a separate video. That'll probably be my next video of my makeup collection. I hope you guys liked this video. If you found some eyeshadows that you were maybe thinking about getting but weren't sure, but now you know you should get them or not get them, I got you. If you did like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed. Hit that bell button if you want to be notified every time I upload a video. With October coming around, I have a lot of exciting videos planned. I have fall makeup looks that are on the way. I have Halloween makeup tutorials that are coming. I'm super excited for Halloween palette. I actually just got my Makeup Forever Flash palette. I should probably talk about it because I don't know when else I would talk about it. Okay, so here is the Makeup Forever Flash palette. I thought it was going to be bigger for some reason. But anyways, they're just like paints basically for your face. I don't know if you could use it for your body. But these are the shades, and I have so many different fun ideas that I'm going to be using this for. So make sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on those. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are having a really good day or night, whatever time you're watching this. I hope you have an even better day tomorrow, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!